With all the experience that you've had in your career, I imagine it feels like when I look at your resume that you've done just about everything. You've probably seen everything out there, of course, to some degree. Is that where the idea of up and to the right comes from? And can you tell us a little bit about what that means to you?
Sure. I would say, oh no, I haven't done everything yet. Constantly looking for new challenges. I have been very fortunate to be in the places I was in and be given the opportunities. And then, of course, there's been a lot of hard work to take advantage of those. But it's a lot of that had to do with opportunity as well. But up and to the right, I've been looking for sort of what summarizes what I try to help people with and explore with people. And it's a phrase I use all the time, in part because I'm an engineer by degree. So I come at my work a little differently than a lot of people that do what I do for a living. And I think in two by twos, right? I'm always trying two by two matrix for this, that, or the other. And of course, the place we always want to be is that upper right-hand quadrant, right? Always when you talk about growth or you talk about, financial sort of any metric, you're trying to go up and to the right. And so I was just fortunate to stumble on that, I think, as a slogan for the kind of work that I do. And then I've developed now a framework around that.
I like that. When I initially, saw it, I wasn't sure exactly what up and to the right meant. What are you mind telling us about the
What is a
vertical
two by
and
two?
the horizontal
Yeah,
axis? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So a two by two is a very simple way to look at two different concepts and oppose them, right? And then that easily throws out four different quadrants that you can talk about where things are either more or less, higher or lower, optimized or not. And when you have those four quadrants, then it's really fairly simple to say, what do I need to do in each of those, depending on where I find myself, to move up and to the right to the quadrant that is the place where all things are optimized. It's what Gartner Research calls the magic quadrant. If you follow any of their research, or I'm sure some of your clients do, you want to be in that upper right-hand quadrant because that's where all the magic happens.
So the concept of up and to the right is not just for any one dimension for the X and Y axis. It's for multiple models. Initially, I thought of the Stephen Covey, important but not
Sure.
urgent. But it sounds like
Yeah.
it works with, the Boston Consulting Group matrix and all those other things that are out there. Because typically you want high, right? You want high experience and high results for your clients. I
Right.
can see that transportability in that sense. So thank you for clarifying
Yeah.
that. It's
Yeah.
not just as I was doing more research into your work, it's not just the good for you, good for others model. It actually is cross models as well, it sounds like.
That's right. The whole thing about up and to the right is there's no such thing as a steady state, right? We
Hmm.
fool ourselves. But even if you think you're not changing, everything around you is, right? Your clients change, your market changes, your employees are changing.